Aloha friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sacred Lotus and welcome to another adventure here on Slackville. Today we are going to be taking a break from all our tree chopping because we still got quite a bit to go with this forest. I've been chipping away off camera and a little bit on stream where I can. I have been busy recently, so I haven't been able to get as much done as I would have liked. However, it doesn't matter because today we are going to be trying to finish off our nether portal room. We are going to be flying over and talk you over what I plan for it. Okay, so I've brought you guys over here to other side of the portal, and I did actually, when I came over here, notice that Lucky has actually connected the big portal over here, and I've just been to test it. My portal properly links to my area now, so I don't have to worry about not being able to come in and out of my own portal. Anyway, I have written down some plans. I've got a plan for the top bunk of the bookshelf. I plan to build a model of a Peter Rabbit. Have him sleeping on the shelf, maybe having just eaten himself into a food coma from munching away at Mr. McGregor's garden. And behind the bookcase, we're going to build a diorama of Greyhaven from Lord of the Rings. I'm going to build the dock and one of the boats. It's going to be partially merging into the portal, like it's disappearing into the magic ether, and the walls and the ceiling are gonna be mostly blank with some. I'm gonna try and do a quote from the story. I'm not 100% sure if the quote I picked is legitimately from the book or if it's just something I heard on the movie. I don't know, but either way, it's as far as I'm concerned, they're all part of the same story, so it should count for something, right? Anyway, that's my plan, and I've now got a lot of resource gathering to do, so I'm gonna head and go do that. Okay, so we have some of our blocks already gathered. I think it's about time we build ourselves a rabbit. What do you think? Okay, so we have a Peter Rabbit napping on the top bunk with a half-eaten carrot beside him. He's got some carrot crumbs on his cheeks. He's eating his fill of all the vegetables in Mr. McGregor's garden. I've also added in some books on the bottom shelf. The middle one being The Tale of Peter Rabbit. We're not really sure what books these are yet. Any suggestions down in the comments are welcome. And we have the partition here with some leaf scaffolding ready to build up the walls and the ceiling. Dug out the space needed for them. It's gonna be good. I'm really excited to get this part started. I did look up on Google a book version of the quote I had picked out for it, and it's relatively the same kind of words, so I'm just gonna add my own flair to it. So we'll see how things go. I'm also going to attempt the writing to be cursive. I have been practicing in creative, so hopefully it'll be legible. And oh, I was like, what is that? I merged with the banner. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and gather up the blocks I need for the diorama. Starting with the blocks I need for the walls and the ceiling. Gonna do a mix of light and dark blocks, and the writing's probably gonna be slightly indented, so I can go over the writing in glass. I'm not sure if that will work, but we will see. I have been testing things in creative first. Back to the grind, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so a little bit of time has passed since I last the clip. I have made a start on laying down the blocks for the walls, and I've also mocked out the writing as best I can for the quote. I tried to do the cursive I mentioned previously, but it turned out to be a little bit too big for the space I had, so I had to squish the letters quite a bit. But I'm hoping some of it's legible enough so you get an idea of what it says without actually being able to read it. The path I've actually put on a sign over here what it says. Another path, one which we all must take, which is something Gandalf says in Return of the King. Okay, so we've got a little bit more terracotta filled in on the walls. I've got a ways to go yet, but I was thinking I don't really have any lettering to put on the back of on the back wall, so I'm thinking I might dig a bit further inward and maybe try and apply some form of fog effect to imply that you're reading a story and like you know that your imagination is about to take you on a journey. Okay, today's my turn to squirrel. I've like spent the last 20 to 30 minutes playing with banners. Because around the server people have their own individual designs for their bases, and I've decided to go with this one. So yeah. So I'm gonna go put these up in various places. Couple outside my base and all that jazz. But yeah. So let's go find homes for these. Okay, so we have the white terracotta all in, except on the back wall, which I still need to finish off. But we're about to put in the blocks for the writing. I've got some blackstone ready to go. So let's quickly tidy up some of these leaves and then we'll get that sorted. Okay, so we have a plan for the letters. We're going to indent some of the letters so they are separated from each other because I had to squish them down. I've also put in some lights on the letters that have like loops and holes. So E's, O's and A's, they're going to get lights behind them. Just so you can tell that there's a loop there. Especially with the E's, because I had to squish them down to the point where you can't even tell it's an E. I finished the walls and the ceiling of this section. I've then dug out a space a little bit for space for the boat, but I think I might need to dig out a little further down just so we have more room. And I'll also need to put a layer of dirt down so I can moss it for floor design. And I'll tell you, trying to get all that done along with this like extra bit at the back was not an easy task because these guys decided they would be not helpful and get in the way. Several times I came very close to hitting them. It was a good thing I had a pumpkin head on, otherwise, there'd have been no chance of me not staring into the eyes of one of these guys. I need to dig another layer up there. I think there's a gap up the top there I may have missed. So I need to sort that out. But yeah, so far so good. Hopefully we'll be able to put a boat in soon. Okay, so after a little bit more digging, we hit the first layer of bedrock in the nether. So I think that's where we're going to stop digging down, because there's really no point in me digging any further down with bedrock being material it is. I've dug out a little bit of extra space to extend some of the terracotta in places. And so I think we're about ready to start laying down blocks. I think I'm going to take care of the ceiling and the bit of wall here, and then I'm going to try and make a decision what I'm going to do with the dock before I start laying down dirt for the flooring. I think that's the way around I'm going to do it. Okay, I don't know if it's just me or if it's a thing that Endermen just seem to like doing, but no sooner did I come through that portal there, half a dozen of them followed me through. I'm like, why are you guys stalking me? So, and no sooner did I start making boat traps for the buggers, they all disappeared. So, yeah. I don't know why I've got an Enderman groupie all of a sudden, but you know, apparently they like me or something. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. I think I'm just gonna lay a few of these boats down in this area just to keep the Endermen out of my fur a little bit. Because I did accidentally whack one before and ended up like hiding in a hole for like 5 minutes straight. I was like, I do not have the time to sit here and play tango with an enderbutt. So I'm putting down boat traps. Maybe it'll you know, stop too many from spawning. Okay guys, we have laid down our dirt floor ready for turning it into a pretty pattern. We have put in the last of our terracotta. Yeah, we are ready for the next phase of this build. However, though, we don't have time for it in this video. But that does happen to be a Slackville stream weekend coming up next weekend after this video goes out. So be sure to join us. My links are down in the description box, and there should be a link somewhere on the screen as I am mentioning this. And I apologise, you've had to look at my pumpkin head all for the rest of this video, but you know, these guys can be a bit troublesome and they seem to congregate in, you know, masses. So they will no doubt try to follow me through a portal when I go through. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Make sure you to leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future. See you all again, and I'll see you next. Bye bye.